Hey Trinity Park! My name is Rachel Gardner and I serve as the youth resident in our church. In my last video, I explained how to share the gospel through the bridge diagram. I think this is a great tool and I have used it a fair amount, but far more often, when I share my faith, I do it more casually and relationally in conversations with people who I have built relationships with and can relate the gospel to real things going on in their life. When I share this way, I am sure to hit on 4 big points: creation, fall, redemption, and restoration. Afterwards, I include that this gospel requires a response from us. So for example, if someone has shared with me before about a hardship going on in their life, I may say that this experience, along with all other pains and hardships, is a result of the fall. I would of course do this with grace and sensitivity and not minimize their trial, but explain what the fall is. But before I do that, I have to first introduce the creation point, which is that our spiritual ancestors, Adam and Eve, disobeyed God, our Creator, after originally being in perfect harmony with Him. Then I explain the fall point. When they disobeyed God, sin ushered into the world and corrupted everything, including each of us, who are born into sin and therefore separated from God. God could have left us there, in spiritual death and darkness, with no hope of life. But out of His great love for us, He sent His Son Jesus to take on the punishment that we deserve. This is the redemption point. Jesus redeemed us by living the life that we can never live and dying the death that we deserve to die, for our sin. He then rose from the grave, defeating sin and death and reconciling to God those who would turn from their sin or repent from their sin and put their hope in Him. But the story does not end there. Lastly, we have the restoration point. God has promised to come again and restore all brokenness and make all things new. I would end by saying that this is the hope that I have and live by each day. I am saved and redeemed by Jesus Christ. I would then ask for a response by saying something like, what are your thoughts on all that? What is the hope that you live by each day? Now obviously, this relational way of sharing the gospel is going to look a bit different each time you do it, and that is okay and to be expected. There have been times that I have left out different aspects of the 4 points and other times when I have emphasized certain points over others because the need of the moment called for it. There is so much freedom here. The most important thing is that we are sharing who Jesus is and what He has done for His people. I really believe that if you are sticking to that and following the Spirit's lead, you can't go wrong.